Good evening. It is time for today's Tax Talk. I'm your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy, and we're going to talk about the crypto roller coaster has returned. We're going to talk about that. Won't you join us? It is the crypto coaster. It is back. Every time it goes up and every time it thinks, well, it's never coming back down. Ba-boom! The numbers start falling. They all took a big hit over the last week. But let's start where we always start with Crypto Tuesday. We always start with the coinflip.tech's market watch. So let's start there. Let's see what we got. There we go. So this is the market watch on crypto, coinflip.tech, my favorite site for the markets. You'll see here that this is for the last 24 hours. These are ongoing numbers, down a little bit, up just a tiny fraction, up a little tiny fraction. But let's go back to the last 7 days and beyond to get a good idea about what's going on with the market. So here's Bitcoin. Let's look at the numbers. Here's the last 7 days. Ba-boom, right on the 21st. The numbers, what day was that? That's the 12/3. So that's Friday. Over the weekend, took a big dive, 20% drop on Friday into Saturday. Let's go back a little bit farther while we have it up. Let's look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days. Actually been riding the coaster down and not too many up. We reached the peak and we're coming down a little bit. It starts to start coming up a little bit. Now let's look at Ethereum because I think that's an interesting view also. We see it today. These are the last 7 days. Same thing. On the 3rd, took a big dive. Start making its way back. Let's look the last 30 days. And, boom, boom, up and down, up and down, up and down. The one that's been really, it's not on the chart here. But let's talk about that. I have some, let's see what we got here. First, I wanted to point this out. This is on November 3rd, 26th. I think that was Monday or Tuesday last week. Not sure what day that was. But here, the warning, cryptocurrency is booming. But what are the risks? Here's what you should know. Some financial experts say, though cryptocurrencies are red hot trend, they're still quite risky, right? And then a couple of days later, right? Here's the Wall Street Journal. Bitcoin price tumbles after Wall Street sell-off. I always like whenever there's some stock market moves, everybody, well, it's because of this, it's because of that. It may be or may not. It's always just a guess about why exactly things happen. Again, some people say it's the Wall Street. Some think it's the inflation. Some believe it's the new variant coming in that has risky, that has many talking about lockdowns again, or at least I know here in Chicago, the mayor came out today and said that they're thinking about a vaccine mandate, vaccine cards, being able to go to bars and restaurants. What they call the vaccine passport, and this is going to affect the economy, and so maybe that's why it's taking a tumble. Who knows why? But we know that it did tumble. Again, that was 20% for Bitcoin. Went 20% in 24 hours. Fell. That's a pretty big drop on any roller coaster. That's a big drop. The big news is this new unknown, or little known, I should say, Omicrom cryptocurrency that just booming, right? Omicrom cryptocurrency price shoots up 10 times in 2 days. Here's why. I think has to do more with the variant and the name recognition than anything else. But let's find out what they think. A relatively lesser known cryptocurrency token named after the Greek letter Omicrom. Now, I think it's interesting to note that the next Greek letter in the alphabet was Z, Z-I, or X-I, I should say. The same name as the Chinese premier. They didn't use that. Coincidence? I don't know. It was the World Health Organization, and the Chinese seemed to have a lot of influence on and they didn't want the name associated with the Chinese, in my opinion. But anyway, they named it the Omicron, which was coming anyway. There's going to be more variants. There's always variants. Just like the flu has variants every year. More than 10 times in a matter of 2 days, outperforming top digital currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, soon after the World Health Organization named the latest variant of concern after Omicron. The surge, according to CoinMarketCap, a cryptocurrency data platform, from Friday to Monday morning, the price surged to $688 from less than $70 earlier. Again, there's still big money to be made if you pick the right one. Who knew, right? But this is a huge 10 times, almost 10 times, from $70 to $688. The cryptocurrency was trading at $324 as per the platform, with a fully diluted market cap of $324 million. So not a lot out there. Coin also said that the Omicron was launched at the beginning of November, and most of the past week was trading steady at about $65. It appears that have outperformed the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum over the weekend, but that doesn't mean it's a worthwhile investment. Little is known about this decentralized finance project, and robust data surrounding the project is hard to come by. The official's website describes itself as a decentralized currency protocol built on Arbitrum. It noted in a blog post. Other gains. A similar surge in prices was also witnessed by the crypto token Squid, following the popularity of Netflix show Squid Game, despite there is no relation between it. Again, it doesn't have to be a relation. It's a matter of public opinion. Here's another story. I wanted to use this one because it says, rides new variant roller coaster. Okay. So it kind of goes with our theme today. There is a roller coaster going on. The ups and downs, the highs, the lows. There are still many who are buying on the dips, right? They believe that you should buy when it goes down because it's going to go up. So they think. I don't know. I'm not giving any advice. I'm just reading the news. Will the physical dollar soon be a thing of the past? Cryptocurrency has been around for years, and it's now more widely available for everybody. Here are some things to know before you invest. We've talked about many of these things already. It's a young currency among the cryptocurrency players. So it's a volatile market. We all know that it's a volatile market. Again, the volatility is good and it's bad. Right, it's good if you buy on the low and it goes up higher. That's good. It's bad if you're in and it goes down. That's bad, right? You have to buy and hold, I guess, as they say. Now, remember, if you hold it longer than a year, well, then it's a capital gain. Taxed at capital gains rates. If you sell it within a year, well, then it's not. Then it's taxed at your regular income rate. That might make a big, huge difference to you. You only pay, remember, taxes are on crypto. A taxable event is when you buy, sell, trade, anything that, you trade, convert. If you get something on it as income, that's a taxable event. So there are certain events that do trigger a tax consequences. And you have to be very conscious of that. They have not yet changed the rules, what they call the wash sale rule, which is important. When it goes down, if you have other capital gains and you were to sell your Bitcoin, for example, at today or when it was down over the weekend, and you took a big loss and then you bought it right back, you can use that loss to offset gains in other capital gains. That's one of the changes in the rules that they're trying to implement is the wash sale rule, making it applicable to crypto. Because as we sit here today, it is not applicable. And so, but one of the problems is you always have to be concerned about Congress changing the rules, right, and making them retroactive. So it makes it very hard to plan when you don't know what the rules are going to be next year. It's very difficult. That's why we always talk about making sure that you don't. Very difficult to plan and to make your trades based on the current rules. And these wash sale rules can be very profitable, very, very helpful to offset capital gains if, in fact, you get to use them. But be aware that you may not be able to use them. And that's always going to be a concern with crypto. It's an ever-growing, ever-changing market. The roller coaster's here. It's here to stay for some time. So, and again, it's not just a little roller coaster. It's gone from the highs just a month ago. Or maybe we should look back at the Bitcoin. Let's look back at Bitcoin. We'll go back to this, let's look back to Bitcoin in the last year and see this last 30 days. Let's go back 1 year. So here's the year. Look where it started last year. And then the big fluctuations. Took a big dive, right? In July, starts going back up, another dive, goes back up, another dive. Is that pattern going to continue? I don't know. Nobody really does know. But it's nice, but it is good to look back and see what's going on in the long term and how this might reflect on the future. What's the best way to decide what the future brings? Well, what's happened in the past. But it's no guarantee, and they always hear that with any investment. Past performance is no guarantee of future performance. That's absolutely true. So be careful. I just think it's interesting to follow it and be aware of what's going on. This was over the weekend. It took a 20% in 24 hours. Again, it's bounced back a little bit. Probably will roar back, but we don't know. But we'll keep an eye on it for you. And so remember, every Tuesday we're here for Crypto Tuesday. On today's Tax Talk, we're going to talk about crypto. So thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much. It means a lot to me. I got a lot of calls this last week from people who saw me on YouTube. I had one gentleman thank me very much for putting the videos up because he says it helps so many people. Helped him. And I got to talk to him about his tax issues and help him resolve them. So it's very fulfilling for us. People can't find us unless you like and share. That'll help them find us. So I appreciate that. Remember, if you're fighting the IRS, where do you begin? Who knows? I tell you who knows. Deal with your IRS problem today. My book. Deal with your IRS problem today. Go to freeirsbook.com. Get a copy of my book. freeirsbook.com. If you want a hard copy, I'm going to ask you to provide your credit card information, and we're going to charge a small shipping and handling fee. But if you don't want the hard copy, I'll give you a free access to our membership site that's got a PDF Word document version of the book, also an audio version of the book, and a chapter by chapter commentary by me. So explaining what those chapters are. So there's no better way to learn how to fight the IRS than my book, Deal with Your IRS Problem Today. So go there again, freeirsbook.com, and get a copy of the book. Thanks so much for joining us here today. We look forward to seeing you again. And won't you join us in the future? Here's what I got to do. What I always forget to do is to get the. I have to change back to the audio. So, okay, there we go. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time here on today's Tax Talk. Bye.